Hello everyone, this is MrEvan Productions here, and welcome to episode 171 of Ask MrEvan Productions. So like always, let's go ahead and answer some questions. Here we go. Jay asks, awesome video. Well, thank you very much, but even though that's not a question, I'll accept it anyway. Forrest Rom says, still always rocking your West Virginia Mountaineers hat and awesome red shirt. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Jay also asks, how was your weekend? Well, my weekend was pretty good. Yeah, last weekend for me, it was pretty good. It was fine. And I'm definitely ready for next weekend because you do know that because next weekend I'm going to be going live for my next Hangout stream. But even though Super Me Tomo retired from doing Hangout streams, I'm still going to be doing them. I'm still going to be doing them. And if I don't feel like streaming, then Aluzuk can. I heard that Aluzuk will take over the stream. He will handle the stream whenever I don't feel like streaming. Alright. Adam Video Corner 2006 asks, 1. What's your opinion on Arthur? Arthur is a pretty decent PBS Kids show. But it's sad to say that it ended in 2022. But regardless though, I can still watch some older episodes of the show. In which that show does need a rewatch. So maybe at some point though, I could do a TV show review on the TV show Arthur, and possibly some episode reviews too. 2. What's your favorite character from Arthur? Well, my favorite character from Arthur is Arthur himself. Because I honestly think that Arthur is a pretty good character from the TV show of the same name. 3. What's your opinion on water parks? Let me try again. 3. What's your opinion on water parks? Water parks, in my opinion, I think they're pretty decent. I think they're alright. 4. Can you play soccer? I used to play soccer when I was in elementary school. But maybe at some point though, maybe I could play soccer again. Who knows? Alright, sorry about that. I just had to do something real quick. But it's all good. Redboy 2009 asks, 1. What is your opinion on Starlight Express? I never heard of Starlight Express, to be honest. 2. What is your opinion on Off the Air, an Adult Swim series? Pretty decent series in my opinion. 3. What is your opinion on Sonic Prime? I believe that Sonic Prime is really awesome. I have seen Sonic Prime before, and I do think that Sonic Prime is pretty good. I might have to do a TV show review on it, probably at some point. 4. What is your opinion on Sonic Forces PvP Battle Race? I never watched that. Never watched that, to be honest. 5. What is your opinion on the upcoming Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie? Well, my opinion on that upcoming movie called Five Nights at Freddy's 2, well, I gotta say that movie it's gonna be pretty decent. I'm not sure if I want to watch it or not. But we'll see. When that time comes. Wonder Red asks, 1. Opinion on Rayman? Rayman is actually pretty decent. I never heard of this company, but I do think it's pretty decent, alright. 2. Have you gone to Outback Steakhouse? Outback Steakhouse? It's a restaurant. Actually, I haven't been to Outback Steakhouse. But maybe someday in the future, I'll have to go there and try out some of their foods. 3. Have you tried shells? It's a pasta food. Actually, I have tried shells and cheese, and I think shells and cheese is pretty good, just like with macaroni and cheese. 4. Opinion on chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is pretty good. It's a pretty good dessert. Just like with vanilla cake. Nickelodeon Fan 2009 asks, 1. What are your thoughts on Ni Hao Kai Lan? I don't really care for that show, to be quite honest, because I do think that Ni Hao Kai Lan is one of the most annoying Nickelodeon shows of all time. It's one of my least favorite Nickelodeon shows. But to anybody out there that likes Ni Hao Kai Lan, I can handle your opinion on that show. Like, I can tolerate your thoughts. 2. What are your thoughts on Wonder Pets? To be honest with you, I don't really like that show. Excuse me. 2. What are your thoughts on the Wonder Pets? I don't care for the Wonder Pets, to be quite honest, because the theme song is annoying, and then Ming Ming singing "This is serious." It is quite annoying. Like, it actually gets on my nerves. Thank goodness I don't watch it. Thank goodness I don't watch that show anymore, because that show is aimed for little kids. And I honestly don't care about the Wonder Pets. I don't care for that. I don't care for the theme song, and I actually don't care about the songs, including the phone is ringing song, because the phone is ringing song can get really annoying, and it can be really distracting too. Like, if you're trying to do something and then you hear that song, like the phone is ringing. Yeah, I actually can't believe I used to like this show when I was little. But thank goodness I don't like it anymore. But thank goodness I don't like it anymore. But to any fan out there that likes Wonder Pets, that's perfectly fine. I can handle your opinion. If you think the Wonder Pets is part of your childhood, that's perfectly fine, because I can tolerate your thoughts. Jay says, "Hi." Hello, Jay. Race to Mustang 2013 asks, 1. Are you going to do an episode of Ask MrEvan with your brother? Well, actually, I have. I have done an episode of Ask MrEvan with my brother, with my brother in it, and that was episode 35, and it was uploaded in December of 2021. So that was back in 2021. But I'm probably not going to be doing any Ask MrEvan episodes with my brother, because it's probably up to him whenever we want to do a collaboration or not. So yeah. 2. Are you going to get Monopoly Go for your phone? Possibly. Like, I could possibly get Monopoly Go. I mean, it's really my decision whether I want to get it or not. 3. Did you know Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne passed away? Yes, I did hear about Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne passing away. And honestly, that's really sad. But Ozzy Osbourne definitely had some really good songs. Like, I know this one song from Ozzy Osbourne. I do know this one song from Ozzy Osbourne. Let me find it. Let me find that song real quick. Let me just find it. I remember the song, I just can't remember the name. So I'm trying to find the song. This may take me a bit. Oh yeah. This song right here called Close My Eyes Forever by Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne. Yup, that's the song that I remember. Because I remember hearing that song so much on the radio whenever I was younger. And the song was released in 1988. So this song came out right before smartphones and other modern technology we have today even existed and even invented. So yep, the song I remember from Ozzy Osbourne is "Close My Eyes Forever," featuring Lena Ford. Because it's a duet song. Alright. Alexis the Silver Boy 2002 asks, 1. What's your opinion on the savage Lena sword from Breath of the Wild? Well, it's actually pretty decent. Even though I haven't seen it, but I'll check it out as soon as I get a chance. 2. What's your opinion on rock, paper, scissors? What's your opinion on rock, paper, scissors? Rock, paper, scissors, in my opinion, it's actually pretty good. Because it's commonly used in children's games. Like whenever you say rock, paper, scissors, shoe. And then they ask whenever they ask you to get, if you got paper, rock, or scissors, and shoe, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think rock, paper, scissors, in my opinion, it's actually pretty fun. It's commonly used in games. It's actually used in games where rock, paper, scissors games, where they decide to take a turn. 3. What's your opinion on Finn McMissville from Cars 2? Actually, he's a pretty good character. 4. What's your opinion on Tow Mater from Cars? I think Mater is a pretty good character from Cars. But in Cars 2, but in the movie Cars 2, Mater, excuse me, sorry for the stuttering, but I do apologize for that. But Tow Mater from the Cars franchise, in the movie Cars 2, Mater is actually the focus of the movie instead of Lightning McQueen. So which is why I preferred the first Cars film and the third Cars film, because both films focus on Lightning McQueen. Just like in the original Cars movie. 5. What's your opinion on Thomas the Tank Engine? Thomas the Tank Engine, in my opinion, it was one of my childhood shows. Because I grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine a lot. Because I used to watch it a lot when I was younger. When I was a little kid. Back when I was a kid, I used to watch so much of Thomas and Friends. Like whenever it was airing on TV or the DVDs, I used to watch Thomas and Friends both ways. Like whenever it aired on TV or with the DVDs. But I don't think I have the Thomas and Friends DVDs anymore. I think they just got lost. So yeah, I don't really watch Thomas and Friends that much anymore. Except I do occasionally. So yeah. 6. What's your opinion on Fire Ants? Never heard of it. 7. What's your opinion on Francisco Bernie from Cars 2? Actually, it's pretty decent. 8. What's your favorite World Grand Prix racer? I'm not sure. Because that's a tough question to think of. 9. What's your opinion on Rihanna? Rihanna, sorry. I think she's a pretty good singer. 10. What's your opinion on Becky G? Hold on, let me just look up Rihanna. She's a Barbarian singer. Okay, and a businesswoman. Okay. Sorry if I got that wrong, but Rihanna is actually a singer and a barber woman. That's what I meant. 10. What's your opinion on Becky G? Becky G. Actually, she's a pretty decent singer because she has some pretty decent songs. South Park Media Corner Animates 2K9 asks, 1. Are you ready for 2026? Yes. I absolutely am ready for 2026. Because I do think that 2026 is going to be a better year than 2025. I mean, 2025, in my opinion, 2025 was pretty decent. It wasn't really too great. But we only have a few more months to go of 2025, and then we'll be in 2026. 2. Should the Emoji Movie have never been created in the first place? Yes. The Emoji Movie should have never been created in the first place. Because that movie should never exist. 3. Have you watched South Park Season 27? Not yet, but hopefully someday I will give South Park Season 27 a watch. Alizook Daniel Tiger Friend of 2025 asks, 1. How was your day? Well, my day was pretty good. Thank you for asking. 2. Did Connor Bile and Isaac Way finally leave YouTube for good? I think they did. Yes. And I'm glad that they left the internet for good because we do not want them we do not want them be around on YouTube or any other website. Because we cannot be allowing them on our channels or in the streams, we have to get rid of them. And I think they just left the internet for good. 3. What is your opinion on Elton John? Elton John is a pretty good singer. 4. If this guy ever showed up on your channel or in your Hangout streams, would you block him? Yes. I absolutely would. And the reason why I did not mention the guy's name is because we're trying to keep this channel drama free. So we're trying to avoid bringing up. So we're trying not to bring up his name. I'm just gonna say, like, is this guy, if this guy ever showed up in your channel or in your Hangout streams, would you block him? And the answer is yes, because we all know what he did. And I'm not going to be mentioning his name anymore. So his name will no longer be mentioned. 5. If Daniel Tiger came to your house, what would you do? Or Blue from Blue's Clues? Well, if Daniel Tiger from Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood came to my house, well, since I like Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, and I know you do too, well, we would just hang out. Well, what me and Daniel Tiger would do if he came here, we would basically just hang out together. And Blue from Blue's Clues, I would also hang out with her too. Then me and Blue could play Blue's Clues together, just like Steve and Blue do on the show Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues. Yeah, because I still love Blue's Clues to this very day. But even though I don't really watch Blue's Clues that often, but I do sometimes, like every now and then. 6. If you could hang out with any fictional character from your childhood, who would it be and why? Well, if I had to guess, the fictional character that I would hang out with is probably Steve from Blue's Clues. Why? Because me and Steve can then play Blue's Clues to figure out what Blue wants to do. So yeah, the answer to your 6th question would be Steve Burns from Blue's Clues. Because I think that Steve Burns from Blue's Clues is a good character, would be a good choice. 7. If you could hang out with Daniel Tiger, what would you do? Basically, we would go on adventures together, probably. So yeah. 8. If you could travel back in time, where would you do? What would you do and why? Well, if I could go back in time, I'd probably go back in time to around 2015 or 2014. And what would you do? Well, I would probably just do some stuff in the past. Like, I'm not gonna change the past, but if I did go back to 2014 and 2015, I would probably just, like, I don't know, like, create like an alternate timeline, I guess. That's gonna be challenging, but it'll be worth it. 9. will there be a hangout stream tomorrow? Because if not, I probably might fill in for you. Yes, there's actually going to be a hangout stream tomorrow, on Saturday. And I will be going live from 8 o'clock to 9:30, just like before. But except that Super Mitomo will no longer do hangout streams. Because he no longer does hangout streams anymore, because he retired from doing them. So if there's ever a day where I don't feel like streaming, then Aluzuk will fill in for me instead of Super Mitomo, because Super Mitomo no longer does hangout streams because because for him it can get very tiring. It can get very tiring, and it can just get really boring for him. Since Super Mitomo retired from doing hangout streams, you and me are the only ones left that do the hangout streams. That's right, Aluzuk. Me and you, because me and Aluzuk are the only ones left that do the hangout streams. So yep, me and you are the only ones left to do the hangout streams. And for the 11th question, do you think Daniel Tiger can babysit Margaret and knows how to master all of the baby carrying tasks like feeding, calming her down when she cries, or putting her down for a nap and giving her a bath to his sister baby Margaret? Because I do. I even made my own story about it. It's called Daniel Babysits Margaret. And yes, to answer your question, Daniel Tiger is my best friend. Yes, actually, Daniel Tiger can babysit Margaret. Because in your story called Daniel Babysits Margaret, whenever she cries, calming her down when she cries, Daniel tries his best to calm down Margaret. And I think that's a really nice, that's a sweet thing to do. And I think that's a really sweet thing to do. So yeah, thanks for that question. Thanks for those questions, Aluzuk. Alright. Jim Carlo, the Super Mario fan 2006 asks, 1. Opinion on chicken. I do think that chicken is really good, because I've had it before for Thanksgiving and Christmas. 2. Opinion on ham. Pretty good food as well. 3. Have you watched my overview videos? Hopefully someday in the future, I'll get a chance to watch your overview videos. Yeah, hopefully someday in the future, I'll be able to watch your overview videos when I get a chance to. Thank you for those questions, Jim Carlo. I really appreciate them. Justice Schramm asks, 1. What is your honest opinion on Barney? In my honest opinion, I hate that show because of its annoying theme song, and it's annoying. I love you song. Same here, Justice Schramm. I also hate Barney and Friends too. Because for the same reason. The theme song is annoying, and so is the I love you song. I can't believe I used to listen to that song. I can't believe I used to listen to the I love you song when I was younger. But thank goodness I lost interest in Barney. And there's even the Barney reboot too. Which also sucks. 2. What is your opinion on Nintendo? Nintendo is a pretty good video game company that makes Mario games, including the recent Mario Kart game called Mario Kart World, which was released on June the 5th, which I might have to do a video game review on Mario Kart World. Maybe at some point. Maybe at some point in the future, maybe I can do a video game review on Mario Kart World. 3. What is your opinion on Aladdin 1992? Pretty good Disney movie from 1992. I have seen Aladdin before, and it's pretty good. 4. If you were a child actor and you proved that you can take on family-friendly roles as well as major themed roles at a young age, how would your family react to that? Well, if I was a child actor and proved that you can take on friend roles as well as major themed roles at a young age? Well, honestly, my family would probably react to probably something that's probably something that's really. I honestly don't really know because it's hard to say. 5. What is your opinion on TMNT Midtime Mayhem 2023 Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon Movies movie? Actually, it's pretty good. It's a good movie. And finally, 6. Do you like cats? Absolutely, Just a Shrum. I do think that cats are really good. Jay asks, what is your opinion on Wildcrats? Wildcrats, in my opinion, it's a pretty good PBS Kids show. I have watched it before, and I think it's pretty good. But I might have to give Wildcrats, but I'm gonna have to give Wildcrats a rewatch. Like, maybe I can rewatch Wildcrats after I finish this recording of Ask MrEvan. Maybe I can watch some episodes of Wildcrats. Maybe I can just rewatch some episodes of Wildcrats. Maybe after ending this recording of Ask MrEvan Productions. Because I do think that Wildcrats is still a good show, and I really want to watch that show again. So I'm gonna check out the show again once I end this video of Ask MrEvan. Joseph Brill Gilmore asks, are you excited for Toy Story 5? Yes. Toy Story 5 is going to be a great Pixar movie from 2026. And Toy Story 5 is probably going to be the only Toy Story movie to be released in the 2020s decade. Because you do know that Toy Story 5 is coming out next year. June 19th, 2026, it comes out. So I'm actually really excited for Toy Story 5. I think it'll be a good sequel. What's your opinion on the Talking Clues? Well, my opinion on the Talking Clues from Blue's Clues is that I don't really like the Talking Clues too much. Because you know, like, at the Talking Clues, like, I don't really care about the Talking Clues that much. Instead of Joe drawing the clues in his notebook, the clues actually talk. Yeah, like I said again, instead of Joe drawing the clues in the notebook, like, the clues just come alive and sync. Like, the clues actually talk. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of the Talking Clues. Like, I am a fan of the early Joe episodes, because those didn't feature the Talking Clues. But instead, it just featured Joe drawing the clues, just like Steve did. And I think that's better, since Joe drawing the clues, having Joe draw the clues, it's actually a better choice, because you get to hear Joe or Steve, they explain to the viewers on how to draw a clue. It's kind of similar to a tutorial. Think of a tutorial on think of it like a tutorial on how to draw a clue. It's kind of like that. It's kind of similar to a tutorial. Similar to a tutorial video. Aluzoke Daniel Tiger Friend of 2025 once again asks, why do you always say unfortunately guys at the end of your hangout streams? Well, the reason why I like saying that is because I think it's a good way to signal everybody. I think it's a good signal to everyone in the stream that the stream is about to end. Yeah, I just like saying that. Like, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good way to signal everybody. I think it's a good way, because I think it's a good way to signal everyone that the stream is about to end. It's about to conclude. So yeah. And last but not least, Daniel G asks, favorite drink from Starbucks? Well, my favorite drink from there is the caramel. Well, I'm not really sure about that one, Daniel G. But I do know that there are so many drinks there. Whew. That was a lot of questions for this episode of Ask Mr. Evan. And we're already at the 30-minute mark of Ask Mr. Evan Productions. So this is a very long this was a very long episode of Ask Mr. Evan. Probably the longest episode of Ask Mr. Evan Productions, I gotta say. Well, that's going to be it for episode 171 of Ask Mr. Evan. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to turn on the bell notifications for more content. For more videos coming soon. Until then, this is me, Mr. Evan Productions, saying goodbye everybody, and that's about it. Thanks for watching. Peace.